I've been okay. I've been talking. I've been mute this whole time. Cool. Uh, um, yes. Okay. Let me redo this whole thing. Okay. So welcome everyone. This is a late notice stream. Sorry about that, but people will be coming in here as
Dave, I'm hearing there's
so, the what?
no sound for folks.
Yeah. I'm muted. I apologize. But yeah. Now everything should be good. So okay. So.
All right, I'll be back. If my meeting doesn't show up, I'll return.
All right, cool. Yeah, again, I apologize for this late stream meeting, or not meeting, late stream. We've been caught up in a really cool meeting with somebody in the crypto space, and we just had to shuffle everything. But yeah, today we'll be streaming Halo, the Master Chief, right here live on here, and Bogdan, I'm sorry, Bo is gonna be streaming and illustrating this thing live. Let me switch to his.
No, it's okay. It's all good. All right. All right. Hey, I'm Bo. I'm originally from Russia, and I'm an illustrator here in Adam Fold. Currently, I'm in the headquarters in Northport, Florida, and I'm doing this Dronie. I don't know. That's it.
I'm ordering a sprue.
The most important thing is direction of light. So our lighting is a little different than what is in the picture. Our lighting is more from the top right here, and while this is more top left. Um, so I'd have to work with that, but I mean, my process is basically the same thing as like oil painting or any digital painting. Is you outline the main shapes and then you go inside and you do the panels, the little yeah, the panels. And that's where like the lighting comes in. That's when you get the depth and the definition. Yeah, that's. Yep.
I've been talking. Oh my God. That's funny. Well,
That's rough.
that's rough, man. I've been talking for 10 minutes and nobody heard any of it. Cool. Yo, everyone. Sorry about that. Let me do this. So this is stream. It's very rough. I'm sorry. For past 10 minutes, I've been talking. Nobody has heard me. Nobody told me about that. Nobody pinged me even. All right. Cool. I apologize for that. So yeah, we're streaming right now. We're live. And yeah. So with me, there's Bo. I'm pretty sure you guys heard him and heard a little bit about him. Yeah, this is fun. This is a very rough stream because we had to scramble this, and we had like a very 2-hour meeting with somebody in crypto space, and each time I had 10 minutes to prepare for this. I apologize, but now everything should be good. I hope there's no issues anymore. Let me hear really quick. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, yeah. So Bo over here, he's working on illustration. We're doing Master Chief, which is super really cool. Yeah. So there's been a few questions. I've answered them, but nobody heard the answer. We're using Figma as a design tool, as you can see here. Figma is a really cool tool because it allows us to, first of all, work together on this project. We have sometimes 15 people in the same file just working together and jamming together. Yeah, it's a super amazing tool, and it utilizes us to create art and to kind of combine that with product design mindset. And again, this is Figma, and sort of what we can do here is okay, we know that we have 5 types of different wings, and you've seen that from the art that we've been showing. Each bird might have a different, or 6. We have 6 types of wings, or 5. I'm getting lost here, but essentially we also have colors. So we need to create a system that will allow us to fix any issues with art really quickly, and we can do that per I think we have about 9 colors. We can't do that per color. We can't do adjust everything. So what we did is we created one component, and we duplicated that component, and everything that's done to that one component is propagated to every single instance of that component. And what we do is that we change colors in there, and we apply all sorts of different shading materials and whatnot. But that's done to individual, but the shape itself doesn't change. And if something is changed in the shape, it's going to be changed in the master component, and everything else is going to change with it. So yeah, the Figma is super cool for that. It gives us ability to create this awesome art. As you can see, Bo is doing amazing job here, creating shapes and whatnot. I can even go in and just start messing around with it and mess up his workflow, but I'm not gonna do that. But essentially 15 people can just work on the same illustration. It's super cool. And yeah, you can see him live. Let me switch to just his screen because you can see more of stuff that he's doing with Bezier curves and different points, and as he adjusts the art. Yeah. Let me catch up on different messages and chat. Let's see. Some people asked about minting. What will happen on mint? Yeah, so great question. So currently we're waiting on a Candy Machine 2.0. We're working with Redacted J or Jordan on that, and I apologize for that. And we're working with them, and essentially we're trying to figure out what will be in the Candy Machine, and how it's gonna work. But in general idea, Candy Machine is a smart contract. It's basically a program that allows us to exchange, let's say, a mint token or Solana for the actual NFT. So essentially it's a barter system, and it works literally like a candy machine. You put a token and you get something back for it. So I hope that explains it. We will have more details about what the Candy Machine is, how this is gonna work. We're not gonna leave you in the dark. We're gonna probably create a video explaining how it works and whatnot closer to launch as we know more details. We had to delay our launch a little bit by a month because of the issue. And basically the issue was with the Candy Machines is that botters or people who bought and look into blockchain and see every single, let's say if it was a Dronie, they could see every single Dronie and see which ones are rare and basically snipe those very easily, and people would not be able to have a chance to get rare items, or for our example, one of ones that are super custom made. We have about 75 custom Dronies that we created just for this collection. They're going to be randomly selected and replace like just regular Dronies with like super custom ones, and every single one of you will have a chance to get this Master Chief that we see here, which is really cool. So yeah, we're just waiting for them to basically patch it up and give us really good software to use, which is super cool. What other questions we have? If that doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll try to explain it better. Is the whole team working full-time on this project? So, great question. We have 3 team members currently working full-time because we're kind of slowing down for the end of the year. But Courtney, Bo, and Courtney and Bo, they worked with us on this project for about 3 months, just full-time. 40 hours a week working on illustrations, getting everything prepared. You'll see. I forgot to introduce again, I think. My name is David. or Dave. You can see me in the admin panel there. I'm the project director, so I'm overseeing everything Dronies. We have Moss, which is our community director, our manager, and they're like basically a director of our community for Dronies. She's doing all the parts of like Twitter campaign. She's like taking personalities of 4 different people and playing around and role playing between them, which is super cool. We have Sergey, who's our main developer, who did amazing job on figuring out the tag for Dronies. Essentially, there's a very complicated system on here. Like the Dronies you'll see randomly generated. There's 21 layers, and I mean by that, imagine if you have a stack of papers, right? There's 21 papers that compose a Dronie. Each one of them, there's 12 that basically set the main trait value. We have 12 traits that are gonna be presented for you, and when you mint, and the other 9 layers are basically supporting layers, right? Those layers essentially, let's say we have hat, but we need a back layer for the hat, so we have like 2 or 3 different layers that basically act as a back layer or front layer, and we can interchange those to make sure that art has a very cool depth effect, which a lot of people commented like, oh my god, these drawings look sick because they're 3D, and it's like, no, these aren't 3D, these are actually vector graphics that it takes a skill to make look like 3D, and we have that skill over here. And as you can see, Bo is already making like different shading choices here to kind of create these shadows and whatnot, which gives it a depth effect. And you've seen that with Courtney's Lilu from Fifth Element, and yesterday with Vic doing Ed Lasso. It's little choices, little details that give that depth effect, and we have that same depth effect with regular Dronies. And you'll see that once we start minting, and more material will come out, more leaks, quote unquote, will come out, and you'll be able to see that. And yeah, I already forgot what I was talking about. That's funny. Doesn't Figma feel limiting for illustration work compared to Illustrator or Affinity? Bo, what do you think? I'll bring you in here. What do you think? Does Figma feel more limiting than Figma? Figma feel more limiting than Illustrator or Affinity?
In a way, yes, but like I enjoy the simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
And if something's simple, that means it's quicker to use. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I agree. And from like even product standpoint of view, the simplicity really carries here, because you don't have to think much about what kind of action should you take. There's not that, like, each software is a hammer and you have a nail, and you constantly, like, there's multiple sets of hammers, but they all do the job, right? And I think that's a great analogy here, because Figma is very simple tool, but through those limitations you actually open a lot of opportunities, because you can think that Figma is super simple, but there's lots of different plugins that overcomplicate actually the job and make the different complicated parts of the job easier or harder. I mean, it really depends on the plugin, but Figma itself, it's very cool. Like, you can quickly create multiple fills that interact with each other on the blending blending space, and create like crazy effects that you would never see in Photoshop sometimes, because because of the rendering engines. As it glitches up, it's like whoa, you can glitch it out really quickly. And it's just like the simplicity of the tool set allows to create amazing art here. Really, I think to the artist, like, the tool doesn't really matter, it's the skill. And when we see here, like, as Bo again makes his choices and where to put things, where to shift different strokes and whatnot, like, and see the art coming together as we go through further and further in details. Yeah. Let's see questions. Yeah, so again, one-on-ones or customs are going to be in the collection, so they're going to be part of the same 10,000 or whatever we will be discussing supply further. And let's say we're not having exact numbers of 10,000 people that want them. Well, we'll reduce supply. We're not gonna be people that sort of like, yeah, we have to get 10,000 or otherwise we won't succeed or something. No, it's like, again, it depends on the market, depends on everything. It's gonna be 9,000 or 9,999, 777, whatever it is. We'll figure out closer to launch, and we'll hear community. This is community more so led project. Like, this Master Chief was a suggestion from the community, and we're doing it live right now. So yeah, so you'll have you'll have a chance to get it. Okay, so let me guys know if you want to see my camera. I'm just like spitballing here, trying to entertain everyone and just kind of answer questions. I can turn my cam on if you guys want. Doesn't really matter. This is like super chill stream. I'm not chill because I have to I've had to come up with lots of different solutions for this, but yeah, just kind of trying to answer everyone's questions and see Bo work. Really entertaining. And yeah, Dustin, like, Duke Nukem Dronie would be super cool. I had lots of different suggestions on the what should we do, so super exciting. Let's see some other questions. So there's a lot of questions regarding like roadmap, utility, and whatnot, and something that I will answer to that. What do you want us to do, right? Like, what do you want to see through the utility? Like, we're thinking about this project not just as a NFT, not as a PFP, but like, Dronies to us, it's a brand, it's a universe, and like, to me personally, Dronies is something bigger than just a PFP. We're planning to do this as a TV series, and I don't mean that to be like, yeah, we're actually gonna shoot TV series, but like, okay, do people want a TV series based on this universe? Like, let's talk, let's figure it out. What's gonna be interesting? Is it gonna be a card game? Sure, we can do it. Our studio, we're Unfold. There's 32 people in here of all kinds of expertises. We have Bo here illustrating, but we have like 3 illustrators: Courtney, Bo, and Vic. We have product design team. We do things for a living, and not just for fun. We do this for fun, which is super fun to do a NFT collection. And no, like, our Eddie Lobanovsky, that you've seen him sketch out the Dronies on Monday, he's like top followed designer in the world on Dribble, which is insane and super awesome. And what we did with like different companies. We work with Solana. We touched up on their brand. We worked with Facebook. Currently, it's we work with Facebook on I got Nova NDM or Dime or something like that. But it was Libra and Calibra before we work on illustration. We created like hundreds and hundreds of illustration, like basically illustrated design system for them, which is super cool. And Tim asks about like, is team made up of traditional designers? Like, yes, we are. I would say like a lot of us are traditional. We all changed paths more or less, throughout our lives, and we landed where we landed. A lot of us are just product designers now, but we were in UX before. We do work that we enjoy doing and we feel comfortable in. Do we all stop our day jobs for this effort? No, we don't. This is our full-time effort. We're currently like on our actual work hours doing this. Like Dronies is my job now, which is super amazing and kind of crazy to say that out loud, but like I'm doing Dronies full-time. And we have Peter, our owner, and he's doing Dronies full-time basically at this point. We have Courtney and Bo here. They were full-time for months now. We have Moss full-time. She's our community manager, and that's all that she does is like driving the marketing side of Dronies. We have Sergey. He's our developer. He's developing really cool applications here for us to make sure that the art looks great and mint goes smooth. So yeah, so I hope that answers your question. And did we get funding? No, we don't. So that's the coolest part is like we're a pretty big studio. we just recently done work for Peacock. Like that's crazy. Not a lot of people do that. So we're a very big agency. We do a lot of. I'm not trying to brag. It's just like matter of fact. Like do a lot of cool stuff with a lot of cool companies like Facebook, Solana. More, you can see our work on our dribble and whatnot. And one of the privileges that we have is basically decide, okay, what kind of products do we want to see in the world? What kind of things do we want to see in the world? And one of those things was we want to see an NFT collection made by Unfold, because we're crypto fans. We love crypto. We have like a ticker in the office that basically ticks and tells us what's the Bitcoin price. Like we love this stuff. And one of the things was like, do you want to see an NFT collection? And I have like a video I'm gonna show for the end of the year for our folks. Kind of tells the story of how Dronies were created. But like we love joking about birds not being real. It's just like became like a fun joke in the office, and here we are actually making it because we enjoy talking, we enjoy joking, we enjoy doing cool stuff like this. Like let me add my camera because actually, one sec. I'll pause here really quick. I'll go grab water because I did not grab water, and I'll be back while Bo here is gonna just being a kick-ass illustrator. I'll be right back. I'm muted again. Gosh darn. Hello everyone, I'm back. Sorry. People wanted me to brag about Unfold, and I'll try. Peter does it way better than me. I'm trying to learn from him. He's amazing at he's in selling. That's why he's one of the founders here. But yeah. Hope everything's good. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Good. But yeah, I got the water. I'm good. Cool. Yeah. So I'm back, and yeah, I can tell more about Unfold, and so let me know what you guys want to know. But yeah, we worked with lots of different companies here. Let me see some people. Okay. Thanks guy for getting having my back here. People telling me I'm muted, so that's good. Let me guys know what you want to know about this project, so I'll tell you everything. So yeah, people are asking if these Dronies that you see right now the customs are going to be minted, and yes, they're going to be part of the 10,000 collection. Any personal favorite customs that I can talk about? Ooh. Question. Great question. I talk about any. Let's see. Well, this is a good question. There's so many to pick from. Let's just say they're my favorite French. Are they EDM? I don't think so. They're my favorite French electronic music duo, and they'll be part of the collection, which is really exciting. I'll let you guys figure that out. But yeah, they're looking super slick. There's a lot. Like, hard to pick favorite. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I love Star Wars. I love so many different franchises. Star Trek. I've been like rewatching the Next Generation recently, which is mind blowing how good it is. If you haven't seen that and you're into sci-fi, let's just like rewatch. Start from the second season and just go on forward. It's the best stuff ever. Yeah, there's a lot. I kind of give a little bit of that away, but yeah. Who is the DJ? I'm not sure if you're asking about like what's the playlist, but there's a Stream Beats lo-fi playlist, and that's what's playing right now. So will we be doing Dronies in the image of the artist and development team also? Well, I hope we do. We're focused on, right now only on these customs that you guys asked for, and there's lots of different suggestions, so we're kind of working through the list. But maybe we have our one of our team members now in the infinite universe of NFTs, or hopefully soon either collectibles. I don't know. We'll see. We're still figuring it out. What is the biggest project in Unfold so far? This one. Right there. I don't know where I'm pointing. I think over here. No, right. Yeah, no, right there. There you go. This stuff. Dronies. This is the biggest project that we've done. So far, it's been 5 months of hard work. We've delved in crypto space, but nothing like this quite before. Like, we've done illustration works for Facebook and other companies, but nothing quite complex as this. Like, we've done sort of NFT projects where we created like a different component system so people can, like, let's say, pick your character. So you have an app and you kind of click through and it kind of swaps eyes and whatnot, or body shape. And yeah, we kind of done that, which now thinking back, it's like it's an actual NFT project, but not really. But this one has been insanely complicated, very long, very tough, because first you need to figure out what's the theme, and thankfully our theme was birds aren't real, but not real, but they're still there, but they're being replaced. And we're kind of said like, okay, what is not being real? Are they living in our world, or is it in the future, or is it in the past? What's going on here? And we had to sit down, like me, Iker, Evan in the beginning, and then Moss joined, and we all kind of had to like brainstorm and create this larger than life universe for Dronies, where we go like in season, like let's say we're writing a book, it's like we already kind of like have plans for book 3, 4, 5. It's like seasons of TV show, and we're like going and going. So yeah, that part was difficult because we needed that to create. Okay, what do Dronies look like? What kind of what do they function? What's going on there? And we needed all of that, and then we went into art style, and figuring that out was tough. And I think we've done as much exploration in any other project as much as we did in Dronies, because we're a design studio, so we're the most peakiest science is ourselves. So we picked on every single thing, and we're still picking on those little details. Just figuring out style took 2 months, right? And what I mean by that is like we have cartoony, I don't know, Animaniacs style Dronie. What does that look like? We have like super not child looking, but like something like a child would drew as a Dronie, or super detailed Dronie that is more in detail than what you guys see. It's like what makes sense, what is producible in like good amount of time, not something that takes forever to create. What looks good from art style point of view, from shading point of view. The shading took so much time to figure out because it was tough, because you have to balance simplicity and detailing, and we found this amazing trick that helped us with that. And that's all that matters, is like finding little tricks, finding little shortcuts that allow you to do extra, and that's what we did here. Some people say like maybe like we need to do a small animation, and we're thinking about it. I have like a whole like owners won't like it, but like R-rated TV series idea for like, I already have like season 1, season 2 in my head. I need to sit down and write it down and maybe do like a animation kind of preview for like what that would look like, just in my own time, because I have this idea and it won't go away. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, this project has been tough. Plus, oh my man, like the layering system in this, we have again 21 layers that are I have 21 layers in here, and we had to create like a whole app that created a database of things that didn't layer with each other. Let's say we have a hat, and the hat would cover like a face, and Peter just joined, by the way, so
What's up?
hello. I was gonna say, and those things kind of overlay each other, and like the beak maybe goes through the mask or something, right? And we had to create like a whole app that would be like, no, don't do that, don't pair this mask or this beak with this mask, and don't pair these eyes with this hat. And it's a very complicated app. Anyway, Peter, welcome. Let me figure out how to put you on stream.
All good. So I just got out of some meetings, so
Okay, cool.
happy to hang.
Welcome. I'm just, entertaining people and answering questions and kind of walking people through what it took to get the Dronies to this point. While Bo is just doing an amazing job on Halo. So,
Yeah, this is cool. Well, we get to work on I know we had it up as inspiration before, where we had taken Jordan's Warhammer one, and then we're like, let's just see what it would look like if it was kind of colored like Master Chief, and he and I were messing around with all those, and it's fun. And this one's really complicated because of all the different shadings, and I know you're starting to see him lay that groundwork, but it's a lot. all the curvatures and whatnot, and adjusting those light sources.
Yeah. Oh, that's Slack.
Well, actually, I have my Master Chief helmet here. Let me grab that for when you get the video working.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh, switch zoom to Windows 10 when you do the window
yeah,
capture.
Yeah. I'm just trying to bring it up. Oh. Yes. Put you on a different side. Can I cut it? No. Oh, there you go. You can cut it. Sweet. What is up? What's up, dude?
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then here, let's grab the Master Chief
Heck yeah.
helmet.
Let's
I think
go.
this thing has a light on it. Hang on. Where is it at?
It has a light?
It does.
That's awesome.
Here it is.
We're here having fun while Bo's working. That's awesome.
Right? I think the lights still work. Yeah, this thing's so cool. My beard always sticks out underneath there. But yeah.
I don't see that beard. It's so dark in your room, your beard kind of blends in.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let me answer more questions. And yeah, Peter's beard is always just top notch, so I agree. I agree with you.
Instant regret
native.
whenever I trim it.
Yeah. Baby face, get it.
Yeah, I would be 12 years old if I shaved my beard.
Oh, I forgot. Peter, think of a word.
Think of a word?
Yes. What is our code word today?
Our code word is...
Let's do Halo.
Cortana.
Cortana, there you go. Cortana. Message Moss on Discord, or me, Dave, on Discord, or Peter here to kind of get on the early birds list. And what you get for early birds is it's a pre-sale list, so you'll be able to have a better, not just chance, but like exactly how we'll see what the time window will be, or how the actual whitelisting opportunity actually work when the Candy Machine 2.0 comes out. But you'll be able to get it. And everybody who just joins us, watching us, like just DM us on the Discord again, or Twitter, whichever works for you, and kind of give us a Cortana word, and we'll get you in. Make sure you have like your Solana wallet ready. If you don't know what Solana is, it's a blockchain that works differently from Ethereum. So if you're coming from Ethereum, you'll have to have maybe a Phantom wallet or Soulflare. Those are typically two most used wallets here. And I think Phantom's a little bit better than MetaMask, because Phantom actually shows you like very thoughtfully what kind of NFTs you have, and it kind of breaks it down by collection really beautifully. So get us your Solana wallet. If you're using like a burner wallet, you can send us that, or if you have like a ledger, I would create a burner wallet through Phantom or something and kind of drop some Solana.
Yeah, it's got to be the same address that you're going to use for the minting. Otherwise,
right.
if it's a different address, we're not going to know.
Yeah,
the system won't connect it, and it won't get you that. So,
right.
In short, if you're on that early bird list, you'll get pre-sale access before it goes to the general public. So it'll make sure that you get one, and if you want to make sure you get one, that's important. It's a good detail to have.
Yeah. So Cortana, send us a DM. Well, I won't be replying to anytime soon because I'm doing this stream, but I'll get to you, and it's gonna be fun.
I know I'm caught up, or I've been in meetings. I've got like 20 DMs and so many things to catch up on in Discord, but we're trying. Kind of on that note too, I don't know if this got mentioned already, but we are going to be looking to add some community mods, and I don't know if we've linked that out yet, but maybe Moss is going to send that out really shortly. Maybe we can share it here, both in Discord or in the YouTube chat while we're talking about this. But we're looking to add some more folks from the community to help moderate and make sure that it's fun and engaging and a safe place for everybody to hang out, especially during time zones that we're not on as actively, because maybe we're asleep or should be asleep. And yeah, so if you're interested, reach out to us, and there'll be a little link that you can fill out and tell us a little bit about yourself and time zones. And we're trying to find folks that speak more languages than just English to help interact with our international community. So we would love that if you're interested and you want to talk about that. And obviously we'll be compensating folks for that as well. So yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Again, send us a DM, and yeah. Let's see.
Fill out.
I hope they can hear me. I think so. Okay, cool. Yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh, if you don't hear from us right away, please don't DM other admins, because we're trying to go through one by one.
Yeah, try to go through Moss first. That makes
right.
It really
try
easy.
to go through Moss. But if you DM'd me, I'll get you there 100%. If you DM Peter, he'll get you there 100%. We're just doing this live stream, so we can't do 10 things at the same time. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody had asked what that code was. It was Cortana. So hit
Cortana,
Moss
Cortana. But if you just say Katana, whatever it is, we'll get you. Doesn't really matter.
Yep. And I saw folks dropping in some memes in the main channel, and definitely share them there too. But we're going to be referencing the Twitter thread for that contest. So make sure you go submit over there as well, so we can keep track of that all in one location.
Yeah, and there's so many good submissions already. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll need to go through them one by one. Bird Drones approved. I love it. But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for like engaging with us and keeping our community just fun. And, like, we enjoy this stuff because like you guys make it fun for us. So thank you so much. If our DMs are blocked or seem blocked, check your own privacy settings. We don't have blocked DMs.
I got like 20 DMs right now. They're not blocked. You don't need to add as a friend, but just switch yours to allow DMs for a few minutes so you can message us.
Right, and I'll turn off, like, I have a scan, but like you should still be able to DM me if you can't reach me or somebody else. Like, try others, of course, but like. Yeah, I turned off my filter so you guys can. Yeah, so like Bo here is just going nuts on Master Chief, which is amazing. Like I love the shading stuff that he's doing. Oh, there you go. Gonna create a poll here. Are birds real? Let's see. What do you guys think? In our universe of Dronies, not every single bird is a Dronie. Some are still real. Which ones do you guys think is actually real bird and Dronie? Which types of birds are Dronie? Let us know. So Tim was asking. Let me pull this up. I remember Tim. Let's sure. I hope I pronounced that right. Are we capping how many persons can purchase per Dronie? All this stuff. I hear you. Like, there's multiple questions of how Mint is going to go. We have the same questions because Candy Machine 2.0, it's being developed right now, and it's being developed for the Crash Pandas, right? That we know, and we're gonna let them test drive it and let us know how it works, basically. But we don't know how it's gonna work. We don't know what kind of functionality they have. How much? Like, I hope they're gonna really spend their time to kind of make like whitelisting a feature. If not, we'll have to, really ask them. And we have direct connection with Jordan.
Yeah, as I say, all that
he needs to,
functionality,
right? But like I was gonna say,
sorry.
Yeah, yes, but like if we need some kind of custom functionality for that, we actually might just ask him for that. Like we already told them like we need whitelisting, so it's one of the big feature list notes that he sent over to the Metaplex. So it's really cool to have like the direct connection and the relationship with Solana team, because like if we need something, they got our back. So
sorry, I'm watching all the memes come in and I'm laughing on the fly. These are great. Yeah.
Naviz, that meme, so good.
Yeah. And to answer that question a little bit too, a lot of this is going to depend if we do a regular mint where it's just a mint button and you can click on it and mint away, one or multiples, or if we're going to do a fair launch, and a fair launch protocol where that does limit to one purchase per person. And there's pros and cons to all of this stuff, and we've been having some really interesting conversations in some group DMs and just chatting with other people and projects. And there's a lot of interesting mechanics with each of these launches, and we're trying to be really transparent and share this with you guys and help you understand what we're thinking and why we're thinking some of these things. For example, I did a late night Discord like casual hang with some folks, and we talked about this, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's fascinating to know," and like I didn't realize that that's a reason that you would do this thing or another. But one of the reasons for a fair launch that we really like is that it helps stabilize the community, because it helps distribute to where we have more NFT holders, rather than having a standard mint where somebody could theoretically mint hundreds or thousands or tens or whatnot, to where that person can really manipulate the market. And you see that on projects where they come in, somebody buys a ton, and then they sell it really low to create that FUD and try to tank the price, get other people to panic sell, and then they buy all of them back up and drive the price up. And there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the space, and fair launch helps combat some of that. And again, this is all the stuff that we're having daily, weekly conversations about, like what's the right method, what's the safest thing for the community, how do we ensure a successful launch and future for the project. And there's just a lot of things to think about. So we went back and forth on that a lot, and then we had decided on a fair launch, and then stuff with the candy machine, which is still used in the back end of a fair launch. With those exploits, it was like, okay, let's stop, and now we're waiting to see what comes out in the next version and how some of those features and functionalities and security things are going to be in place, and that'll help inform our decision. So gives us a little bit of flexibility as we move forward.
Yeah. Let's see, any more questions? And thanks, chat, for reminding me about the coil where I totally forgot about that. I was just too busy talking about the process. The Faceless asked if you can suggest characters for a custom. We did this suggestion contest earlier last week, and the chief was one of the suggestions. So is being illustrated live, brought to you by Bo. What else? And again, like people are asking like about utility and whatnot. I'll just reiterate, we're treating this campaign, or not campaign, but like Dronies, as sort of a Kickstarter campaign, meaning what do you guys want to see? We can build anything, and like the price and the supply kind of drives all of that. Like if you guys want to see a TV show, well, we need basically funding for that, right? So it's not gonna come out of the air. And we've already, I would say we spent around 5 months of our time, full time on the job, just making this illustrations. And there's no project out there that's as good as this one, in my opinion. I've seen many. When we talked to Solana team, they said the same thing. There's a lot of cool projects, but there's not a single one that's just like branded like ours and has this amazing art that we've been working so hard on. And I'm not being braggy, Peter. I'm proud of it, right?
No, I mean we put a lot of heart and soul into this.
We put a lot of heart. It's been like long 5 months, and we've been so hard at work just trying. Like it's a testament, like the body of work is a testament to our team, and from web and creative and branding. Like we've spent like months of like figuring out the story, the characters. We have like a brand team creating 6 different or more factions in the universe of Dronies. It's just like there's a lot of work that went into this. And yeah, we would love to hear your ideas about like, okay, do you want a card game? Is it something like that, or is it something like a video game? And what's there? What do you guys want to see? We're staying clear from any kind of mechanics that incentivize staking or something like that. We're trying to figure out what is the best
for now,
way.
and
for now,
I think with that, like,
yeah,
we're not against those mechanics, but
Mhm.
you know, again, we get to work with the Solana legal team. There's strong advisement, like, don't go anywhere near that stuff, because there's a lot of concerns with SEC and regulations and whatnot, and that could put us into something that if folks are only entering the project because they want that, you know, utility of a royalty back on, you know, back from sales or things like that, I mean, that's not really the community that we're trying to focus on here. And if that mechanic goes away, everybody abandons. And you've seen that with other projects where that was the thing keeping them alive, or when they removed it, because a lot of exchanges will not list your project if you do any of those kinds of mechanics. It's really important. We've been in direct communication with all the major exchanges, and you know, their first question is usually, are you doing this? And if you are, we can't list you. So it's really important, and something to be aware of, and we just want to run a clean project with a good foundation. And if it turns out that we can add stuff like that in the future, we're all for it. But you know, we don't want to go into something that, like, we're being told is probably going to become a problem. And we're trying to navigate if there's ways that we can do some of this stuff and do it a different way that stays safe. And trust us, we're working so hard on this, and we're talking to other projects that are trying to navigate the same thing. And it's refreshing to hear other projects being so, you know, cautious and aware of some of the concerns, because we don't want to take anything away. It's a lot easier to add stuff in the future, but if we pull it, then, you know, we've seen other projects, and I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bus on it, but like, those mechanics go away, and essentially so does the project. So
Right,
we
like
want to
we're not
avoid
chasing that flavor of the week. What is the biggest scheme in crypto this week? You know, we're not chasing that. We're here to build a community. We're here to build a brand. Well, Disney wasn't built within a day, but like we're aiming for that. That's our sort of missions, to become Disney of crypto, so to speak. I mean, it's not gonna be built in a day. It's not gonna be built in maybe a year, but it's gonna be built at some point. And we're looking at Dronies as sort of this beacon of hope for those that are burned by rock pools, because we're here where you can see us. We're a Ducks team. Everybody who's on the team is visible. We're doing like these live streams so you guys can see our faces and whatnot. So, and sort of like a beacon of hope for, we're not a beacon, like a lighthouse for people that are sort of lost in NFT. Like, we're trying to be as open as possible. We're trying to be as noob friendly as possible. We had so many people join our Discord because we're that open. And we're gonna be like making an educational stream with the Solana team next week, and it's going to be like talking everything, like how do you get into crypto, what the wallet, what is it like, why Solana and not Ethereum. There's going to be a really cool stream of Solana next week, and yeah, like, we're building this as a long-term brand that's going to be going forward, and we're really glad you guys are here and interested in our project. It was tough launching this marketing campaign in the beginning because it was just like watching paint dry.
When we went anonymous and we were like, let's have fun, and no one's gonna know who it is for a bit.
Right, but like, like, it was a good idea back in September because there's not been like that many good projects out there. But now there's lots of really good projects. It's really hard to like differentiate ourselves. But like, having our faces on here is big differentiator, and yeah, so
yeah. And there's a couple questions here to answer. So Aiden is asking, when the minting starts, how many Dronies will the team hold for themselves? So we're going to be super transparent. Everything that we're doing, granted, all this stuff is, you know, on the chain, so you can follow all of it. But we every person at Unfold is going to get one. So that's all that we're holding. We're not grabbing, you know, 10 a piece or anything like that. But we do want everybody that, you know, worked on this, because really everybody at Unfold has touched this project in some capacity. So we'll be reserving one for each of the team. And then It's Me Sway was saying, how do we plan to market the project in the future? And this goes back to that like TV series thing where we're launching season 1, but we've already got the other seasons kind of ready to go. So the launch of this is actually just starting it. So there's going to be a lot of story continuation and whatnot. This is not the, okay, we're launched and that's it. It's more of, okay, we're launched, let's go. And so it's going to, really encourage people to stick around, to be excited, to, be a part of the community, to be a holder. There's a lot of fun stuff planned with that. And yeah, things like, I'm going to say stuff with the asterisk of none of this is confirmed or how we're going to do it or whatnot, but there may be things, whether it's airdrops and partnership and whatnot through some other, NFT collections. If we were to airdrop certain things, it might kick off additional storylines or add different things. There's a lot of cool things that we can do on the Solana network that is really fun. And it gives us a lot of possibilities. And because, Dave was just talking too, like, it'd be really cool if there was a Dronies TV series. One of the things, I got to scroll up a little bit. Brian Kendall was asking, what are we thinking in terms of price and whatnot? And, one of the things, and again, this is where we just had a call with somebody today. It was really good. And they're like, they mentioned that people don't often realize that, hey, a project has to get funded in short to do the things that the community wants. And I think part of the reason that you see so many projects not deliver on, what they might promise or what might be on the roadmap is that they don't get that. And if it's reliant on, massive secondary sales and the royalties in order to get some of that, it's really tough. So, on one hand, we don't know where the price of Solana is going to be in another month. If it goes to 500, that's going to radically change what our mint price may be. If it goes down, that may have an impact, things like that. But we're looking at this almost like a Kickstarter, where we know that in order for us to be able to actually deliver on the things that we're talking about, that, we essentially have to raise funding for that. And that's able to be done through the drop and some of that through secondaries. But if we're talking about, hey, we want to create space in the metaverse, well, we've got to purchase a plot of land. We've got to then work with, dev team to build that out and create a VR experience and world and all of these things. And, we have to figure out what the cost of that might be. And if we don't get anywhere near what is needed to produce that, well, then that's not a roadmap item that we could possibly create. So, we're paying attention to what we're hearing the community talk about, what they want to see in terms of utilities and roadmap items. And as Dave was saying, as Unfold as a design agency, there's very little that we can't deliver on from a talent and capability standpoint. So we can make pretty much anything. We're working on prototypes and concept ideas for a lot of these categories already. So that way we can talk to the community and say, hey, here's kind of an idea and a direction for a card game. Would this make sense? Or, here's some ideas of what we might want to build in the metaverse. Would this be appealing to people? But if we have a community that doesn't have, VR capability and equipment, maybe a metaverse thing doesn't make the most sense because so few people could actually engage and be a part of that. So, we also don't know where technology will be in 30, 60 days or 6 months out from now. Stuff changes in this space so much, but we can make pretty much anything. And, we'll see what folks want and how we can go about and make sure we successfully do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
Oh, good.
There you go.
No, I got you, bro. I just rambled. You're up.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so we'll make this not be less awkward. But yeah, folks, in chat, doing a step-by-step for us. Folks are asking, like, what is a burner wallet? And I'll touch base on that. But we're going to do a stream next week. We're going to have Austin from the Solana team come in and chat and walk us through a lot of these things. And then I'm going to stick around with Dave afterwards, and we'll continue to walk through and explain a lot of these things too. But a burner wallet is a really good idea for you to have in any drop, in any mint. And basically, like, I'm going to use Phantom Wallet because that's what I use. But you go up there, you hit add another wallet address, and you add it in there. And basically, if a mint is going to say be 1 Solana, you're going to want to put 1.1 in there. You have a little extra for fees. And essentially, when you know, you go to mint that collection and it says connect your wallet to this website, it only has just enough that you're willing to put into that project. Or in this case, if something nefarious was going on, and I've probably heard of about 4 or 5 projects that have done this, where people connect their wallet and it actually drains their wallet. And I don't know if it takes the NFTs as well, but it will take all of your Solana out. So a burner wallet is going to protect you, where at least worst case scenario, you only lose what was in that burner wallet versus what's in your main account. So you want to mint with that burner, and then you can transfer your NFTs later to your main wallet address. And it's just a safety precaution to have you be safer. When we get into mint, we're going to like bug the heck out of everyone. We're going to be so overly communicative about this, but do not click on any links from people. Do not listen to any DMs that say, here's the mint address or anything like that. Be really careful, even in the main chats, whether it's from somebody perhaps impersonating us or just community members, people that are in the Discord sharing links. The only place that you want to check that link is going to be from the official links channel and officially posted from our Twitter account. Avoid everything else because it is likely a scam. We've tried to protect the community, and so we've bought pretty much every variation of the domain name that could be had. We've got the .com, the .net, the .org. We've got, Dronies with the I is actually an L. Like, we've tried to do all the things to keep you guys safe and at least make it harder for, scammers to get people. But they come out on every project. We're already seeing, some bot activity in our Discord, and we're working to, ban all those people and whatnot. But just be careful. So stuff like that helps you out.
Yeah, and I really wish we could work on our own wallet because one of the things that would be cool to implement is like this burner wallet idea, sort of like the common layer, right? Like, I know there's a app called Privacy. It's a really cool app because you can set budget. Essentially, you can create a card and you set a budget for it. So let's say you want to try a new software out and you don't want to pay it or don't want it to charge your card. I'll just create a new card, set the budget to 0, and just send it away, and it'll go through. Like, there needs to be those kinds of tools to keep yourself safe on Solana and Ethereum everywhere, honestly. I really want to work on as a product for Unfold is like, well, maybe able to kind of think about these kind of features that make user so much better. Yeah. Any other questions? We've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes, or basically an hour, because I was muted for 10 minutes at the start. That was really funny because I was talking and nobody could hear me. But
we can edit the video later to cut out that part of the stream.
Oh, that's true. And it's just like, boom, Chief was already finished. Just started.
Yeah, but I mean, this is where folks can see. I mean, there's so much time that goes into these customs, and I think somebody had asked maybe on the last stream, how long does it take? And it's probably anywhere between, maybe on the quicker end, like 2 hours, up to maybe 6+ hours on these.
2 hours if you're hurrying and super simple.
Well, super simple, or some of them, it's a slight differences from maybe like a counterpart or one that you've already created. That stuff goes a lot quicker. But yeah, stuff like this. Bo got the hardest one this week. There's no doubt about that. The level of detail that's in this particular character is quite challenging.
Yeah, so we won't be finishing it today or on the stream, but we're definitely going to be finishing it probably next few days, just kind of getting all the details.
Did we share Courtney's yet? The one that got finished?
Oh no, let me do that. Where is that? Yeah, that's a good idea because she did finish it. The streaming probably. Yeah. Switch to that. Am I screen? There we go. Here in the full glory. Lilu from Fifth Element. She even has a mint pass right here of all the information. That's so awesome. I didn't look at like all the details here. I'm not streaming, but like it's in a.
Yeah, your stream is like 15 seconds delayed on my end.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm loading into the Figma file.
Just like insane detailing that she did here. She finished it, and she did like a time lapse, so you guys will be able to see like how exactly she did it. And this is the sketch that we worked with from Eddie on Monday. He sketched out the 4 Dronies, and that's the final artwork that's gonna be a part of the main collection, which is super exciting.
And everybody has equal opportunity to get these different characters. That's one of the things. Man, I love all the detail. Like, if you zoom in there, everything.
Hold on. Back. Right.
Yeah, this is just so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like all the details here, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's so fun. But yeah, everybody's gonna get this. Again, this is part of why we delayed things, was that we want to make sure that Candy Machine is fixed and that people aren't able to target and, get all of these kind of guaranteed, where they can lock in and make sure that they're getting certain items in the collection. So super, super cool. Really, really fun to see this come to life. And then, we saw she was working on the Sailor Moon one here too. And this is a good example of where, like, this particular collection, I don't know if you're sharing where I'm at in the file or not.
Sorry, no. Hold up. I can follow you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in any areas we can't show. But like, this is one where this would probably go a lot quicker, because as we look at this is a lot more similarities. So they all have like the neck.
It doesn't really change. There's the
a
hair.
bow.
Yeah.
But that's where you could come in and just be real quick. And I am not an illustrator, so dear Lord, nobody judge me in the next couple of seconds here.
Make fun of it. Just kidding.
But I can come in and grab like, okay, that's the dark green. Maybe come in here. I'll grab.
Don't do it. You'll make our illustrators look obsolete. I'm just kidding.
No. This is not my.
No, but like it shows the power of Figma, to be honest. You can just jump in and like quickly do the things you imagine. There's no like, oh, where's the tool? Where's the thing? How does it work? Oh, it doesn't work. Where's the preview? Like, it's all live right in front of you.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
It's really cool to be able to work like this, and again, just how I need to be using this one. Something else. See, I can't even figure out the layering of half of this stuff, but my point being is, like, we've got a lot of the foundation elements here to where, I can come in and again, like, I can make this the pink colors and just brighten these up a little bit. But it gives us something that we can kind of start to quickly get that together. And so maybe this next one in the series is quicker and easier to create because we've got some of the same elements, and it looks like more or less the hairstyle would change. So maybe this character over here, we lose a little bit of like the heart kind of shape. That's not as specific. And then you change like the pigtails into a ponytail, or maybe this one here.
I just noticed the heart shape in the hair. Wow. How did I miss it all these years? Wow.
Yeah, so it's just fun stuff like that, and that's where those can go quicker. But when you get into, the like something like this, we saw this probably took Courtney 4 hours or so, and a lot of it just being the hair. This took a tremendous amount of time to get in, and we were talking yesterday about like changing some of the highlights and just refining that stuff, and then building the background. There's a lot of details that go in on it.
Yeah, and let me switch back to Bo
Yeah.
and us. And
let me know when I'm safe. I'm gonna go venture.
Yeah, you're
somewhere
safe.
I
You're
can't
safe.
share. Okay.
Right.
Trying to think if there's one that we want to share that we haven't shared yet.
Yeah, and while you do that, one of somebody had a question regarding the early bird list. Will I receive a private link, where will we be informed about it? And well, everything regarding early bird list is going to be publicly shared on our announcements as well as on Twitter, so everybody knows. It's not like a secret club type of thing. No, we're pretty open about who is in it. But being an early bird gives you special access to our early bird channel. And what you'll the details about how early bird is gonna work, we don't know yet. What the specifics of like kind of features are there, or how do you go and click? Is this something that was set up and you'll have like extra time because we have all the Solana addresses? We don't know yet. We're prepared for that. And go to our Discord. If you're not part of our Discord, go to our website, droniesnft.com, and there's going to be a Discord link. Go there, join it, and send us a DM with the code word, by the way, Cortana, the character from Halo. I'll repeat it again, and you'll receive early bird list, or access to the early bird list. We'll add you in. We'll send us your Solana wallet, and we'll make sure you know. Just follow us on Twitter, get on Discord, keep up with the press releases on there, and super excited to guys have you here.
Yeah, and someone was asking how many people on that. The number might change, but we're probably looking at about maybe 5% or so of the collection, maybe a little bit more. So definitely advantageous to try to get in there sooner and be a part of the community and engage with us.
Right.
And then
let me,
Dave, I think
sure.
I got
Yep.
here's a fun one that we can share if we want to jump over to where
following
I'm
you,
at.
and let me switch my scenes. And
so again,
boom.
just showcasing some of the other fun characters that we've got in the collection, and building out some really cool stuff. And you're going to see a lot of your favorite things in there. We're really excited about this stuff. And folks were asking, like, how do we decide what characters to build and whatnot? And it's the stuff that we like and love, and I'm sure a lot of folks share those same interests. And I know we talked about maybe doing another contest of recommendations for custom ideas, and we might do that. We might do some more streams like this next week as well. So just is really cool seeing all these come together, and I'm so excited. Again, I have to share something else because it's hard not being able to talk about it and showcase all of them, but you're going to see a lot of fun things in the collection.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, what do we say? We've got over 50 about done now, and we're working on more. So lots of cool items being added in here and immortalized as Dronies.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, back to Bo and Dennis. Yeah, so we're probably gonna start wrapping up here soon. Probably we'll stream another 10 minutes and then head it off. Again, message me, Peter, or Moss with the code word Cortana. You didn't have to actually spell it correctly, just like Cortana, CK, doesn't matter. We'll get you in there, and that it works only on stream while we're streaming. After that, we're gonna cut it off, and whoever is watching this, you'll have more opportunities to get on the early birds list. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know that we answered this one, but Tim was asking if we thought of like doing a reveal where essentially you get your mint, and then maybe you don't get to see which one you get for a period of time. And again, we might do that. We've been talking about all these mechanics, and is that something that is fun? Is that like frustrating to people? How long should they wait? There's a lot of different things that can happen between now and then. And again, we've been working on this for so long, so we have a plan if we go that route, we have a plan if we don't go that route. But we've got a little bit more time to decide and make some some final changes and see how, again, Candy Machine 2.0 is going to operate, and if anything is, really changing. Yeah, we've got artwork for it if it's in that stage for a period. A lot of fun things.
Again, just message Cortana to me, message code word Cortana.
Go to Moss first.
To Moss, one of the admins, Moss, me, Dave, or Peter. But message Moss first, and we'll get you into the early birds list. That will grant you maybe early access, or we'll figure out what the actual benefit is a little bit later, so we have more details. But we'll have early access to getting Dronie.
Yeah, and in short, just so we clarify it, because I know there's been a little confusion, that will guarantee that as long as you purchase during that time, that you will get one.
Right.
And so yeah, really, really, really advantageous to be on that list. And there's different ways that it can operate, and that's where, like Dave's saying, we'll figure out exactly how that's going to work, because it's different if it's a fair launch, it's different if it's a standard mint, and there's different ways to do it where you have a couple of days to mint, you have a couple of minutes to mint earlier, things like that. So as we make some of those decisions further down the line, we'll update everybody. You're all going to know how this is going to work. We're going to spam things to where you can't be confused. And I'm sure we'll do a lot of like Discord calls and Twitter spaces and live streams going over a lot of this stuff as we get closer to. And just a reminder, if you want to participate in the contest, in the meme contest, share it in Discord as well, but the place that we're going to do the official submissions is on that Twitter thread, and I know Jordan just linked that over in the Discord, so make sure that you click on that and put your submission in there, and that's where we're going to be checking that.
Yeah, and please don't spam us. Like, if you send us a message, we'll get to you. It just, again, me, Peter, are busy with the
Yeah,
stream.
we're not checking our DMs right now live. Like, we're trying to,
but like right after
monitor
this,
all the other
I'll
places.
go. Yeah, but just DM us. She'll get to you. It will take time. Again, there's a lot of you watching, and yeah, hit us up. But just be patient a little bit.
Someone mentioned how come it says failed when I send the code word. Go into Discord at the very top. And change your privacy settings. You probably have it turned off to not allow direct messages. All of ours are on. We can receive them. We're receiving them from other people, but you might need to flip yours on for a few minutes. And then for security reasons, we would recommend you turn that back off afterwards so you don't get hit with spammers. Yeah. If you do catch anybody that is like spamming and shilling other projects, just go ahead and add that to the report channel. And we are laying down the ban hammer for anyone that is doing that. We want to try to avoid that as best we can. We know those are bots that are just hitting all the popular servers, so we'll do our best, but as a good practice, turn off your DMs. We are trying to avoid ever initiating a DM with community members. That way, people can't impersonate and be like, hey, I'm Peter from Discord, and send me this thing. We're not going to ask that kind of stuff. We're never going to ask. The only thing we'll ever ask for is your mint address so we can add you to the list. But we're never going to ask you for like a password or a seed phrase or any of that. You should never give that out to anybody. But as a best practice, we're going to ask you to DM us. That way you can click on us in the admin section, and that way you're responding to the right people. And our DMs are open so that we can converse with you. I can still speak.
Long meetings
going
today,
forward.
Long meetings.
A lot of meetings today. Yes.
Yeah. Cool beans. And yeah, I already have like 15 of you message me, so I'll get to you. I'll go through them one by one. When is the next stream? I think we will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what the time is yet.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll just kind of hang out
something
at some point.
It might be YouTube stream, maybe, or we'll do maybe Twitter Spaces, or maybe we'll use the Discord's stage function. We'll see. And just like maybe do a Q&A or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, super excited. Thanks everyone for watching here. And if you guys don't have any more questions, I think we'll be wrapping up.
Yeah, and keep throwing stuff in suggestions. And again, we're going through all the channels. Again, we might be doing some meetings and stuff through the week, through the day, and might miss a couple of things, but we try to get caught up on everything and hanging out as much as we can. And as we mentioned, we are starting to look for community mods, especially from other time zones. And if you speak other languages, that's a big perk as well. So if you're interested, maybe Moss, if you can drop that link both in Discord and in the chat, that would be awesome. And let us know if you're interested, and we'll chat with a couple of people and see about getting some more support from the community for the community in Discord too.
Yeah, and a quick reminder: there's going to be stream on Tuesday. Can somebody remind me what time is it? 2 p.m. AST or something like that? Or what time is it?
Is which one? Oh, that's going to be, I think it's 9 a.m. my time. Let me double check my calendar.
10?
Let's see real quick. It's next Tuesday. It is 9 a.m. my time, so that would be 11 a.m. Eastern time.
All right, so 11 a.m. EST, Eastern time. And we'll post announcements soon. We're going to be streaming with Solana, just talking in general what our crypto things are, what are NFTs, how do you get one, why Solana is better. So this is going to be exciting. But Bo, do you have any final words regarding your art here? Do you have any comments or anything like that? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, this is a tough one you guys gave me. That's
yeah, no pressure, man. But I don't know, you did like such a good job so far. Like, let us like zoom out, let us appreciate like your work. Dang, that's crazy.
It's fun. And this is where we had the same thing like with Courtney's and with Vic's, where it's like even just starting to color block, and obviously we've got to add like textures and details, and just zoom a little bit over here to like Jordan's, because I think this is a good example of kind of where this will start to take shape.
Right.
But as we see like all the detail in like the tubing for the mask here, the little chips and cracks on here, and the shading and shadows and stuff, like the little light reflection up top here, that's where this is going next. And so I also like really enjoy people getting to see this part of the process, because this is super, like, I'm a product designer. This is super daunting to me to think about. And, my brain struggles with like, what is the lighting source and how do I do the color and shading and whatnot? But this makes it so much more approachable to see the process from start to finish, to see something and go like, that doesn't look good yet. And then like, this is starting to take shape, and this is starting to look really good, and then see that finished product. And I think that helps people that especially might be, fighting some imposter syndrome, or they feel kind of paralyzed about where do I go, or I could never get something to this point. Obviously you've worked for many years to hone your craft and your skills here, but it gives me hope that I go, okay, this starts off the same way that I would start it off. I just might not know how to finish it and get it to those final stages, but we all go through the same things. We all, take a step forward in the same direction. And it's really cool to see this like start to take shape. And I'm really excited to see like the before and after of where this finishes.
Yeah. I'll have it done today, and I'm sure you guys could catch it.
I'll have it done today. He's like, I got another hour and a half. This will be done.
You guys can catch it on Twitter. I don't know if you guys are planning to post this, but
yeah, we'll definitely share this with folks. This is so cool. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining. I think that's a wrap. And
all right,
you're ready to hit the button?
Yeah, I'll sign us off. Everybody have a wonderful day. Hit us up in Discord with any other questions and stuff. We'll work on getting everybody on that early bird list. Give us a few minutes, and we'll get caught up, and we'll catch y'all soon, and hopefully some kind of stream tomorrow. We'll figure that out. But yeah, everyone have a wonderful day. I'll sign us off. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.